Mate, honestly, no one needs to know you've won Kent Magician of the Year for the second year running. And to be fair, mate, I think it's an ugly cup. Just put it down, we've got a review show to do.
Okay, all right.
Jamie, we ready?
Yep, we're going.
Hi everyone and welcome to this week's review show. As always, we've got 3 amazing products to talk to you about today, and I'm joined by Andy Smith.
Hello, how are we? We all good?
We are good. So this week we're going to speak to you about 3 tricks. Andy, what are the 3 tricks? Because they're usually here.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were, but I've got them in my handy cup, which is just here. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about one card Monty. We're going to be talking about Capsize and also the no chance dice.
Right, so what are we going to kick off with?
Well, I think first of all, we're going to look at one card Monty by Iain Bailey.
So, Andy, one card Monty. So this is sort of a version of Colour Monty-esque. It's a 3 card Monty thing, but it's funny because he's using the word. So you're getting a lot of comedy out of it. Yeah,
you are. The comedic value is definitely in the well play, although there is a load of magic that is going on as well. I love it. I carry my set around with me. It's in my wallet. The cards are not your typical card stock. They're made out of more durable stock.
Yeah, they're plastic cards.
Yeah. So they're going to last a long time. In fact, since it's been released, I don't think I've had to replace mine. And yeah, it's just great. The good thing about it as well is it's an easy routine to not only follow, but do as well. So there's no complicated sleight of hand in it. People can follow what's going on. And there's a great moment. Well, actually, there's a couple of different moments that give you a good build up to the payoff. So yeah, one card Monty is brilliant, and for something to carry around with you as well, it's just really, really cool. So let's look at a performance. Emma, we're going to play a little game, all right? This is a version of the 3 card Monty, the sort of thing that you would find maybe performed at Leicester Square. Okay, uses 3 cards obviously, and you've got basically it uses this one, okay, and this one, which is a blue one. All right, and it's the blue one that you've got to keep your eye on, sort of like the money card. So the blue one I'm going to place, let's see, on the bottom of the pack. So all you've got to do is just tell me, and remember we're not playing for any money, where the blue one is.
Bottom of the pack.
Yeah, actually that'd be wrong because this is this one, all right? If you'd gone for the one that was on top, then that would have been this one. And if you'd gone for the one in the middle, then that would have been this one as well. All right, so I guess the idea is to point to the one that you think is this one. Helping you out here.
This one or the blue one?
No, this one.
This bottom?
Yes, you shouldn't fall for that because that's the blue one. All right, and if you'd gone for the one that was on the top, then that would have been blue one as well. And if you'd gone for the one in the middle, then that would have been the blue one. So I guess, no matter where you looked, you would have seen the blue one. I'll tell you what, we'll try something else. If that's the blue one and this one's the green one, do you know what this one is?
This one?
No, that's the other one. And that's how come people would normally lose their money. Yeah. So yeah, that is one card Monty.
Do you know what? It is so commercial. It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
The wordplay is great, which it's built-in comedy. You don't have to be a comedy magician to do it. You just follow the lines, and it's funny. It's a funny effect.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about this and things like Colour Monty, things that are around about the same sort of routine, is they appear as if you're doing some incredible sleight of hand, but they're actually really easy to do.
Yeah, and we know that Monty routines are immediately engaging anyway, because they, as soon as you start talking about the world of the con man and all this sort of stuff, then people pay attention. And unlike the 3 card Monty, where the cards really don't have any meaning as such, this by its very nature, by the very presentation, has a little bit more meaning to it as well. So it's great. It comes highly recommended, and I literally use mine all the time.
So if you're wondering who this will suit, I think, there are some moves in it, but those moves are well in the realm of a beginner. A beginner could easily do it. It will take a bit of practice, but I think whether you're a beginner, a hobbyist, or a pro, this would suit you. It's a perfect EDC. The cards are bridge size, not poker.
They are, so they will fit in a wallet.
Yeah, which was the whole idea when Iain created it. He wanted to create it to fit in his wallet so he could carry it about. So they're bridge size, they're plastic, they can be in your wallet, and it's always ready to go. And for something that's comedic, the magic is also very, very strong.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So performance-wise, this would work well in a casual situation. If you're down the pub, if you're at school, wherever you are, you got it in your wallet, you're ready to perform. If you're a pro at a gig, it will work at tables. And more importantly, it will work mix and mingle because it's all in the hands.
It is, yes. You don't need a table for this. You could literally ask someone to hold out their hands, and then you put each card down on their hand and then have them turn them over at the end if need be, and then you turn over the last card. So yeah, it's suitable for lots of different performance situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is Iain Bailey's one card Monty. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at effect number 2, which is
No Chance Dice, which actually you and Marc Spelmann released how many years ago now?
2006.
Wow, so a long time ago, and it was a popular release, and for good reason as well, because you had loads of great routines that you could do with the dice, but then we run out, and then it was trying to source the correct dice, which we've managed to do recently, and they are now back in stock.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were involved with the video. Tell us a little bit about the sort of video itself.
I've always loved these dice. I think they're very, very deceptive.
Yeah.
I first saw Max Maven using one to a room full of mentalists. Use the dice. No one had a clue.
Yeah.
No one had a clue how it was done. And from that moment on, this would have been 25 years ago. I saw him 26 years ago do it. And I started working with the dice after that. And I remember speaking to Marc. We were doing a lot of stuff together back then under our joint company, which was Inner Mind Productions. And I remember speaking to Marc and saying, look, I want to do something with these dice. Now, at the time when No Chance came out, you didn't get a full set.
No.
It was a different thing, and we didn't have a full set. Now, what we've done with this is we have had these custom made. We've made them. We've chose to make them in 16mm white, so they match pretty much a board game dice.
Yeah.
So they look really innocent as well. But what we've decided to do is give you a complete set. So if you wanted to do a routine with 6 objects where your spectators can mix them up, you can just ring in the correct dice.
Yeah.
So they could mix them up in any order they wanted if you didn't want to preset the order. I preset the order. I don't think it makes any difference.
Yeah.
Because the dice is a random choice, apparently.
Yeah.
So I preset the order anyway. But we also supply you with a regular dice if you want to switch one in. To be honest with you, I've never had to switch the dice. It's not a problem. But you have got other dice. If you want to use the dice for another routine, that's when you would switch it in.
Yeah, I mean, the dice themselves are a perfect example of a gimmick that lies in plain sight.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, and when you said earlier on about the deceptiveness of them, there is so much that you can do with these.
Yeah.
And, I think, given that there's lots of different routines, and not just your standard routines as well, there's, quite a few variations of things that you go through on the video.
Including a smash and stab.
Yeah,
routine.
including a smash and stab, which we know is popular. Originally, it came out with a DVD, but obviously you get streaming instructions with this now, which was the original set of instructions.
Yeah.
And there's tons of great ideas on there, and little tips as well that you go through.
I just want to say this as well. If you own Pierced by Simon Lipkin, you can do Pierced with this. You can just have 6 pins set up, and they're going to roll the dice, whichever number it lands on. You're going to pick that pin up and you're going to stick it in your hand.
Yeah.
They roll the first number, you pick it up, boom, they're going to react, and you say, no, it's only a a joke pin, and I'm going to tell you what, 4 more of these are also joke, but 1 is real. And one of those, you know, if you throw the wrong number, is going to go into my hand. So you're getting that proper smash and stab routine. But by using these. The other thing I just want to say before we watch a performance is that if you buy a set of these, we dug up the original No Chance video.
Yeah.
And we're giving that to you as a download absolutely free. And that used to cost more than we're charging for this set of dice.
Yeah, because at one point they were available just on their own, weren't they? They're just on their own without the instructions, or?
No, we always had them as No Chance, but I think the price of No Chance was something like £35 or something. So that was the dice and the videos.
Yeah.
But these are only $24.99, plus we're chucking in that original video of me and Spelmann.
Great value, and also, you know, using these type of props for routines allows you to concentrate on the presentation element.
Yeah.
And it's good for doing, and they're kind of also that thing where you don't really have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's not as if there's a process that you have to go through. You know, once you understand how these kind of work, which is very straightforward, then you're off and you're away. So it's great.
So should we take a look at a performance?
I think we should.
Yes.
Do you gamble?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay, well, I've got a little game. You can win a great prize, but it won't cost you a penny.
Lovely.
In for
That's
that?
not gambling then, is it?
Well, it's partly to do with luck. Okay, so on each one of these cards, I've got a different prize you could win.
Okay.
All right, we're going to give them a little mix up like this. And this is going to be card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 prizes you could get.
Okay.
This is how it's going to work. You're going to roll the dice. Whatever number comes up, we will get rid of that prize. That's eliminated. But at the end of this, you're going to be left with 1.
Okay.
Whatever's on there, you're going to get.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Pick the dice up, give it a roll. What number comes up?
3.
Number 3. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. Let's see what you could have had. Could have had a day off.
Oh.
Hey? But I tell you what, they get better. Give it another roll. That's gone though. What have we got? 4. So that would have been 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Give you a raise. Emma. But there's better ones than that as well. Give it another roll. Number 3, you've already had it. Give it another roll. 5. So that will be this one.
Yep.
Give you £100 bonus. All good prizes. There's no bad prizes here. Give it another roll.
6.
6. Give you a bottle of bubbly.
Oh.
That was the cheapest one in there, and that's great. Another roll. 1 or 2.
Oh,
1.
1.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
Give you a week off. But Emma, you're left with 1 prize. 1 prize only. And this was totally fair. There's no way I could have done anything. Turn it over. What does it say?
Give you a hug.
Come on. The most valuable prize. There you go. Thanks for helping. Right, so that was me performing a very simple routine with Emma. And you can see how free and fair this actually looks. Now, bearing in mind, Emma works in a magic shop. She's been packing these dice. She knew the name of the product. She still had no idea how it was achieved. Because it's so innocent. It's in their hands. You're doing nothing.
Yeah, no, exactly that. And just to reiterate again, these are so good in their quality. I mean, they genuinely just look like dice that you would find in a board game, like you said. So I can't find, you know, I mean, they've got so much going on for them. They really have. So if you've not checked them out already, then we should definitely check those out.
So realistically, if you're looking to find out who they would suit, once again, any skill level, whether you're an absolute beginner. If you're an absolute beginner, you could perform that routine I performed on Emma in 2 minutes. So if they'll suit a beginner, hobbyist, or a pro. Where's it best suited? Now, this is not something that I would suggest we could do in a walk-around situation because it's a die involved. You do need a table. You need something to roll it on.
Yeah.
You could do it, I suppose, with them having it in a cup and then looking down, but
Yeah.
It's sort of, it's that nice free and fair roll of the
Yeah.
dice that's always quite nice. So I would say I would be comfortable performing this in a parlour situation where I've got a table, anything from, 5 to 50 people sitting in front of me in a nice little show like that. And if you've got someone up on stage, remember the dice is making the choice and your spectator will be confirming that choice to the rest of the audience.
Yeah.
So if I say, roll the dice, what number have you rolled? 5. The audience now knows it's number 5. So whatever your reveal, the fact that the dice is this big doesn't matter.
Yeah. So it's the ultimate pack small, plays big, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Because they're going to take up no room in your case, and yet you can do something that will play to the whole room with these.
Yeah.
They're great, absolutely great. And we have these in stock now. I'm sure we've got quite a few of them, but I'm sure that they're going to sell out really quickly. So, that is the No Chance dice.
So the final effect today is...
This is Capsize by Seth Race. I love it. I really do love it. I was speaking to, when these first came in, I was speaking to Harry about it. And I'll be honest, I didn't know what it was until Harry said what it was based on.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, do you know what? This is great. I started playing around with it. And as it is kind of related to what you do with things like coin boxes, I was immediately taken by the fact of what was possible. Just playing around with it, as is always the case, and it normally happens when I'm in the presence of Craig when we're filming like a coin project. The mind starts going and you're thinking, do you know what I could do with that? And I could do this with it. I've not even had a look at the instructions on this yet.
Right.
But the very fact that by the time I'd picked it up and played around with it, I had 4 routines that I was thinking, I could do that, was enough to sort of make me think, crikey, that's just brilliant. And it is. I think it's important to say that you get 2 caps in here. You get 1 red, 1 black. They are designed to look like they've come from a bottle.
You can actually put them on a bottle.
You can put them on a bottle. Because I had a look at this in the context as something else. You can put them on the bottle. You can't tip the bottle up because even though it will stay there, it will drip as well. So that's just a little aside there. But you can put it on the bottle. And so that means that if you wanted to, you could literally take it off of that and then go into an impromptu routine that was originally only really suited to using a coin box.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
And both caps are gimmicked.
Both caps are gimmicked.
Yeah.
So that of course allows you to use 1 cap, or you can use 2 caps.
Yeah.
So that opens up a whole load of different possibilities. You can do transpositions, you can do penetrations, you can duplicate the effect of a coin passing through 1 cap into the other.
I presume you could do the old flying coins.
You can do the flying coins, so coins jumping from 1 cap to the other. You can make them disappear, appear underneath. You can make them vanish from here, appear in your hand. But there is just so much great stuff on there. And like I said, I'm sure, because Craig is on here with Seth, going through some ideas. And you know how extensively, he invests his time into coin type projects. You're going to get loads of stuff on here, and to be honest with you, once even the stuff on here, once your mind starts going with what you can do with it, then you'll be away, and you'll be doing tons and tons of great magic, and seemingly what looks like impromptu magic as well.
Yeah.
So these are 10p size. They take 10p's in the UK, US quarters, and euros, I think.
We've listed out on the website.
Yeah.
So if you go and have a look at the link below, you'll see what coins you can use in there as well.
Yeah, they're durable, obviously, because they're made out of plastic, so they're going to last a long time. They're not prone to be tarnished like a coin box would be. So it's just great.
More, in effect, they're more relatable than a coin box.
Yeah.
If you're performing, you bring out a bottle of Coca-Cola, take the lid off and say, we'll try something with this. Has anyone got some coins? And then you go into it. So I'll tell you what, why don't we watch a performance of you and Capsize?
I've got £35 and I want to buy a coin trick, an easy coin trick. Yes, please.
Got just the thing, and this is new in as well. This is called Capsize by Seth Race.
Oh, wicked.
All right, it's absolutely brilliant. It uses these two caps just from the top of like Coke bottles. All right, and you'll notice that in the red one we also have these. These are 4 10p pieces.
Yep.
All right. What they're going to do is they're going to go into the top of the black cap. All right. So as soon as I drop them in, something strange happens. If I snap my fingers, one of the 10p pieces passes through.
What?
And actually ends up underneath the red cap. I'll do it again.
Hang on, wait. Is that solid? That's solid there
That's
as well.
solid, yeah,
Right.
you can see it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to just drop the 10p pieces in. I'm going to give a little snap, and now a second 10p piece
No
has passed
way.
through the cap. Let's try it again with these two. All right, I'm just going to drop them into the black cap like this. We're going to just snap our fingers. That now leaves us 3 underneath.
What?
And 1 inside.
No
and I want you to
way.
see that this is solid and this is solid,
Yeah.
right? In fact, the last one we're just going to get rid of
Yeah.
a different way. In fact, we don't need the red cap. All we have to
Right.
do is blow. And it vanishes. And not only does it vanish, but
No, it doesn't go
you
under
can
there.
do this bit with one hand. Just lift up the cap, and you will find that underneath here are now
What?
4 10p pieces. You can examine everything, and that is Capsized by Seth Race.
That's insane. So does that come with instructions and
Comes
everything,
with
yeah?
a video tutorial. It outlines loads of different ideas for different skill levels. So if you want to introduce a bit of coin magic and close-up magic to your act, this is the one.
Right, one last question. I haven't done any coin tricks before. Is that difficult?
Don't need any skill for this, really. You can get going with it straight away.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll have one. Perfect. Yeah, and that's within £35 budget.
That's it. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. That's
I'll
amazing.
grab you one. All right.
Thank you so much.
So that was Andy performing one of his own routines with Capsize.
Yeah.
So with regards to skill level,
Yeah.
what would you
So,
say?
all skill levels would be happy with this. You know, if you're a beginner to this type of magic, to coin magic, then you'll be able to use this practically out of the box. Once you've watched the beginning part of the instructions, you'll be doing it straight away. If you want to get a bit more involved, then there is genuinely something for everyone,
Yeah.
really. So, yeah, it would suit all skill levels.
Because the caps themselves, the caps are gimmicked in such a way that the caps are doing the heavy lifting for you.
Yeah. So in actual fact, when we first got these, there was a customer that came in and saw me rehearsing the routine that I performed, and we were talking about whether he would be able to do it, having never done anything to do with coins before. And literally, I went through the routine with him and a couple of other ideas, and that was it straight away.
Yeah.
John Kerry saw me performing the routine when it was being filmed and immediately snapped one up.
Yeah.
Because he saw how strong it would be. So
It's great. So
yeah.
performing situation
situation, there's no reason why you couldn't do this into someone's hand if you really wanted to. It's probably better suited to having a performing surface for some of the routines.
Yeah.
But there's certainly no reason why you couldn't do it into someone's hand. The mechanics of using it is going to be the same. It's just the management of the audience is going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
But that's anybody that starts using this, you'll know exactly what I mean by that as soon as you start doing it. So,
Yeah.
Performing situation, I would say it lends itself really well to that kind of impromptu performance as well.
Yeah. If you're in the pub and you get a bottle of Coke, switch caps,
Yeah.
sitting down at the table and then start doing something there.
Yeah. Or at home, if someone said, "Oh, can you show me a bit of magic?" You're there. You're off straight away because you don't even have to switch the cap in that instance because you're there with the cap on the bottle.
Yeah.
So and you can engineer being asked to do some magic kind of on the lead up to that. So there's lots of possibilities for it. So comes highly recommended.
Fantastic. Right, so that brings us to the end of the review show. I really hope you enjoyed it. But the 3 effects that we looked at today were...
One Card Monty by Ian Bailey.
And...
we have No Chance Dice by Peter and Marc Spelmann.
And finally, Andy.
This is Capsize by Seth Race.
Perfect. So if you're interested in learning more about any of those products, hit the links below and it will take you straight through where you'll be able to see a full trailer and it will give you more information on each product. Now, before we go, I just want to say if you haven't subscribed to Alakazam Unlimited yet, go check it out on our website. It's the best £4.99 you will spend. Secondly, make sure you give our podcast a listen. Desert Island Tricks. Find it on all your favourite podcast platforms. And if you'd like to take part in it, send us an email to sales@alakazam.co.uk with a subject line, My Desert Island Tricks, and you know what to do. But before we go, just want to say a huge congratulations to Andy for winning this beauty.
Yes. Oh, hello.
So you are now Kent Magician of the Year for the second consecutive year.
This is the Kent Close-Up Magician of the Year. So yeah, 2 years in a row. So I'm really chuffed of getting this again. It was a great night. Lots of great competitors, and very proud to come away with this. So
right, that's it. Now put it away. Right, we will see you next week on the Alakazam Review Show.
bye.